Okay, so before the yeah, today it's day one of your 5in1 Firewall Combo. Actually, officially, as I mentioned, officially it's going to start with coming Monday, 29th April only. I just want to give you some intro, how you're going to get some your recorded video and how to access your other materials and through web our portal, right? And how to create your own lab setup. For that purpose only, I am taking this session, guys. Okay, so first, before going to the lab installation, I just want to share you the portal where you can access your LMS portal where you can access the recorded videos. Okay, so yeah, Devraj. So yeah, Mir, you can access the recorded video. You can have recorded video of each and every live session will be uploaded once the session is completed. Okay, so this is our portal, networkethics.graphy.com. In this portal, the course will be uploaded under course. You can just go to the course and you can I'll create a separate course for your live batch. Okay, and I'll allow you to log in that batch. I'll give you the access to log in with that recorded videos. Okay, so those who are newly joined, right? So today, and those who are looking for a demo for this batch, we already completed the demo and all. So if you're newly joined and you're looking for the demo, okay, so you can just go inside this advanced firewall solution exclusive previews course. Okay, where you can access almost 20 plus 24 hours demo session, I mean the recorded videos which talk about the all five firewalls, some of the advanced topic, basic information about the course and course curriculum discussion, everything it's there. Okay, everything almost 20 plus hours is there. Okay, you go inside the course, each course you can watch all this introduction and some of the topic, advanced topic, everything is there inside for Paloalto, FortiGate, checkpoint, right? ASN, FTD, all this almost 20 plus hours recorded video is available, that which you can refer as your demo purpose. So how the training would be, and what are the content we are going to take for all this 5in1 Firewall Combo in each individual product, everything it's explained in that recorded videos. Okay, so you can just refer that if you're looking for a demo, guys. Okay, so already, since the already demo is completed, okay, live demo is completed. Okay, and the curriculum, I'll share you curriculum documents. You can see the all the curriculum information in a introduction of the course, each course. Okay, and as a document you want to see, I'll share the document after this session. Okay, so you can just refer it. Okay, guys. So yeah, apart from that, apart from the demo, for you who those who already enrolled, and I'm going to create a separate course where you can access the your recorded video of each and every live session. Okay, just like this, I'll create here. You can see these are all the live batches, live batches via recorded videos, which some of the live batches are completed, some of the live batches are ongoing. So that like that, I'll create separate course for you, and you can access your recorded videos in this portal, guys. And also we have application for Android. Okay, I'll share the APK. You can also install that application and you can access your course in your mobile itself, Android itself. Those who are having a iOS, for them, right now we don't have iOS application, so you can access that iOS application, you can access through this portal. Okay, networkethics.graphy.com. uh, Dilip, it's a offline. You can download for and you can store it for one in your device one itself, and for 7 days. All the courses are not possible to download. You can access anytime. Okay, it's not a downloadable, but you can just go inside your login and you can access the courses. Okay, so to avoid the piracies, we are not giving this download option. You cannot download offline. You can download in your application itself. You can store, you can use in your local device, and that will be stored under up to 7 days. Okay, but anytime you can access in by login with your application or the portal. Okay, So yeah, guys. So that's all about the introduction about the portal. Okay. Further, if you have any difficulty, if you're facing any difficulties to access that application or this portal, you can just ping me. I'll guide you for that. Okay. So yeah, as I mentioned. So today I'm going to start with a lab installation. Okay, so officially this batch is going to start from coming Monday only. Before that official course curriculum, before start that official course curriculum, I just want to go with uh, lab installation first, and so that you can complete your lab installation, guys. Okay, so uh, yeah. Before that, so I just want to give you the small intro about this 5in1 Firewall Combo. So in this 5in1 Firewall Combo, we are going to cover 5 firewall products, okay, and almost six type of certification courses we are going to cover in this 5in1 Firewall Combo. Okay, so first product in this 5in1 Firewall Combo, we are going to cover Paloalto in this batch. Okay, in this batch, 8:30 to 9:30, 1 hour batch, weekdays, Monday to Friday. In this batch, we are going to cover with Paloalto. In Paloalto, our curriculum, in Paloalto, there are two type of certification program, PCNSA and PCNSE. Our curriculum, which include both PCNSA and PCNSE both. So almost 45 to 50 hours it will take to complete this. Okay, so this is the 1.5 months it will hardly it will take 1.5 months to complete this Palo Alto, guys. Okay, so the reason it's a huge content than any other firewall, and along with that we are covering both courses in administrative level courses and professional level courses, both we are covering, so that it will take 1.5 month to complete, guys. Okay, and then after Palo Alto, this batch is going to start with FortiGate. Okay, after Palo Alto, this batch is going to start with FortiGate, and FortiGate, and in FortiGate we are covering NSC. Previously, the course certification is NSC 4. Now the certification is revised from the certification uh, is a new type of certification they have launched from the Fortinet side. Okay, so if this curriculum NSC 4, previously NSC 4 only covers FortiGate firewall. Fortinet certification name is Fortinet NSC 4, Fortinet NSC 4 previously, and that is covering only FortiGate firewall. Okay, but right now this FortiGate firewall, if you're learning a FortiGate firewall, if you want to become an NSC 4 certification, you need to learn this FortiGate firewall, and that certification is called Fortinet Certified Professional. FCP. Okay. Professional FCP certification. You will become a Fortinet certified professional if you are completed FortiGate firewall and if you are completed this written examination, and you will become a Fortinet certified professional certified engineer. Okay. And if you want to become a network security expert, Fortinet network security expert certified engineer, you need to learn one more product, and you need to there are some of the uh, allied paper, or you can say it's in optional papers or allied papers, or you have to choose. So one of the allied paper is you have to learn other product, 40 manager or 40 analyzer, like that 40 endpoint, like that some of the products we have, and that product, and additionally you have to learn and you have to write the examination on this product as well. So if you write the examination 14 FCP examination, which is talk about the FortiGate firewall, and then 40 manager or 40 analyzer examination, if you are completed and the allied paper, you will become a NSC 4 certified engineer, guys, expert level certification. Okay, so in our curriculum we are covering FortiGate firewall, and in FortiGate firewall there are two type of paper. So one is FortiGate infrastructure and FortiGate security, both we are covering. Okay, so deepest course curriculum information, I just want to share. I mean, if you're looking for a diverse course curriculum information about each product, uh, please refer the demo videos which I have shown you in our portal, and there everything is there, guys. Okay, so Dilip, previously the drive we given a drive access, but there are a lot of issue we got for the sharing the information, and some nowadays in Google Drive. So whatever the content we are uploading, some of the content are automatically deleted or it's missing. So we are getting some of the like that. We are getting a lot of uh, complaint from the students. So that is the reason we are having our separate portal. So you can just whenever you want you can access that. Okay, it's a lifetime access only. So whenever you want you can just access, and you can make it as a bookmark where you want to come, where you completed. From there you can resume your course. Okay, so you can no worry you no need to worry about it. Okay. So yeah, where I left. So in FortiGate, if you're completed our FortiGate firewall, we are in our curriculum, we are talking about entire FortiGate firewall. Okay. So which means you are eligible to write FortiGate certified professional written exam, core exam. Okay. So that is, if you want to become NSE 4, that is a fundamental or core examination. You will become a Fortinet certified professional, and additionally, sorry, yes, Fortinet certified professional. And if you're completed either Forti manager or Forti analyzer examination as well, you will become a NSE 4 engineer, Fortinet network security expert in NSE 4. Okay. So okay, yeah, sure, I'll update you when we are going to start for FTD. Yeah. So after FortiGate, we are going to cover in this timing, we are going to cover in this batch, we are going to cover checkpoint. In checkpoint, there are two type of certification in checkpoint as well. Okay. So Fortinet, it will take 1 month to complete. Okay. So as I mentioned, FortiGate security paper and FortiGate infrastructure paper, both will cover. In checkpoint, again, there are two type of certifications: CCSA administrative level and CCSE expert level, similar to Palo Alto. Okay, so that will cover 4 weeks to 5 weeks max to max. Okay, to complete both checkpoint CCSA and CCSE, guys. Okay, and last two products after checkpoint, we'll start with ASA. And ASA, there is no specific certification program because that is comes under the Cisco certification track. So after completion of our Cisco ASA and Cisco FTD, if you are completed a score examination, if you have a certification already, you are planning for a CCIE certification, security certification. Okay, Vasu FortiGate, it's starting from morning batch. Okay, this timing is we have scheduled Palo Alto, and morning 7 p.m., 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. We are scheduling a sorry, FortiGate. Okay. This evening timing only Palo Alto, Vasu. Okay. So yes. So if you're already in a Cisco security certification track, if you're completed ESCO examination, written examination, and these two products will help you to get a specialized certification on the next generation firewall specialist allied paper. Just like in FortiGate, we have some other allied papers like Forti Manager, Forti Analyzer, for SD-WAN, Forti Endpoint Security, Forti Web, like that. In Cisco, we have some of the track. So you can, if you're already a score exam, written examination is completed, and if you go for a next generation firewall specialist certification, then you will become a CCNP security certified engineer. CCNP security certified engineer, guys. Okay, so because this is a Cisco, these two Cisco products, this is a traditional ASA firewall, and this is a next generation Cisco next generation firewall. Along with FTD, you are going to learn one more product called FMC. Along with Palo Alto, you are going to learn one more product called Panorama. Okay, both are centralized management uh, devices. So you can learn Pal in this 5 firewall combo. You are going to learn 5 firewall products, 2 management products. Totally product wise, you are going to learn 7 products, guys. Okay, in this 5 firewall combo. Okay, sorry. So it's a small info about this course. So since already we completed the live demo, everything deeply we were discussing the demo. So I request you to, if you're new or if you're looking for a demo, so just go to this portal networkethics.graphy.com and you can see that free advanced firewall solution exclusive previews. All right. So that is a free of course. So you can just go inside this course and enroll this course and free of cost. You can access 20 plus hours demo sessions, recorded videos for each product. I have given all those for almost 4 hours, minimum 3.5 hours of sessions I have uploaded in this preview. You can just watch and if you're interested, actual curriculum, as I mentioned, actual curriculum is going to start with coming Monday. So you can join that batch, guys. Okay, new guys. So as I mentioned, I'm going to start now. I'm going to start with the lab installation. So for lab access, virtual lab, we are using a _𝒁𝒊𝒓𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 lab, okay, _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 tool. So those who want to create your own lab setup in your laptop or desktop, for them it's a suitable tool. So that tool I just want to give you intro and how to install in your laptop or desktop, what are the prerequisites you need, right? And how to install this _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 application and how to upload. Today we are going to see how to install this _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 application, okay? And tomorrow we are going to see how to upload the image files of other products, like whatever the product here we are going to learn, Paloalto, FortiGate, Checkpoint, right? So that image files we are going to load it, and I'm going to teach you how to upload this image files and what are the possibilities, what are the error you might get, how to fix that errors, everything I'm going to explain you. So tomorrow, guys, today it's going to go with the installation. Tomorrow we are going to upload the images. So before start the installation, so this how you can install, in what are the method you can install this _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍. Okay, so _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒊𝒑, this tool, those who already completed CCNS, CCNP, so there might you might use uh, there is a chance you might use _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍, or you can also use some other tool like in Cisco Packet Tracer, and then uh, other virtualization, I mean simulators you might use. So this is one of the user friendly in sim emulator. Okay, it's not a simulator. Simulator will not run some of the features. Okay, but it emulator, it's exactly you're working with the virtual operating system of each product. Okay, so you can just all the features you can able to see in this emulator, guys. Okay, so all the protocol, all the features you can able to see in this image files. You can able to use exactly, you are going to work with that virtual operating system of each and every firewall products here. Okay, so yeah, so this _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 installation you can install in your laptop or desktop. Okay, so in end user laptop or desktop itself you can install. And also if you have a rack servers, right? Or if you have a um, tower server or rack server, right? So there you can install uh, in your virtual, if you're running with your rack server or your virtual server means you can install this _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍. If you're running already, if you're running on virtualization operating system like EXSI or NSX, right? So even VMware workstation, VMware operating system. So if you're already installed that operating system, on above that operating system you can install it. So your physical server, you already you have some physical server. In that physical server you might install EXSI operating system or NSX or some other virtual operating system you might install. On that you can install _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 application or _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍's package you can install and above of that virtual operating system. So that is the reason we are mentioned as a virtual server installation. Or if you have the same, instead of a physical server installation means, instead of in your you have some rack server or tower server, some server machines, so physically on that server machine already running with that physical server machine, already running with one operating system. So that might be a EXSI, or that might be any other client operating system or server operating system. Above that operating system, if you are installed the EVNG, that is called virtual server. Okay, so I don't want to install above of the EXE operating system. I just want to install the EVNG operating system itself in my physical hardware. In that case, that installation is called physical server or bare metal installation. Bare metal installation, guys. Okay, so you can installed, instead of third party operating system, you can install the EVNG operating system above your hardware. So that is called physical server installation. Okay, so these three option, I have a basic laptop model, old laptop. So I don't have a server, I don't have a physical server or virtual, the rack servers, right? So still I want to install my own lab setup. In that case, you can install your EVNG in your Google Cloud platform. For next 90 days, you can access for free of cost. Okay, so if you have a credit card, you can create a free credit account. Okay, so they will give you 300 USD in your trial account, Google Cloud trial account, right? So there you can use next 90 days. You can utilize that 300 USD, and you can access. You can take one virtual machine. So for us, we can take 8-core CPU. For us, this configuration is enough. 8-core CPU max to max. 32 GB RAM and all you can take. Okay, and then 200 GB storage. It's enough. Okay, you can take this virtual machine and you can run continuously. You can run this virtual machine for 750 hours by using that 300 USD. So you are not going to do continuously lab, right? So max to max 2 to 3 hours you are going to do lab, or max to max 2 to 4 hours per day, right? So it's, you can, if you're using a max to max for 6 hours per day, right? So you can use this free trial account for 90 days without waste your free trial amount. Okay, so the either 90 days is completed or either 300 USD is consumption, is completion, right? So your Google Cloud lab access will be freezed. So after that, you have to create either you have to create a new account, or if you want to continue with the existing one, and then you have to promote that virtual machine as a paid service. So my concern, don't go with the paid service, just go with the free trial credit account. And if you're not able to create your own lab setup in your laptop or server, or you desktop, still you want to create your own lab setup, then you can go with the Google Cloud platform, and for next 90 days it's a free of cost and you can use it. Only thing is you need a internet connectivity, and all the installation, image uploading or whatever the or your lab you're doing, everything will be stored to Google Cloud, and you are going to access that Google Cloud virtual machine by calling the public IP. They will give you one public IP to call that VM machine, which is hosted in a Google Cloud. Okay, and you are not going to, if you are using this platform, you are not going to give any physical processing to your hardware, your laptop or desktop or your server. Everything processing, storing, everything will be done on your VM machine on Google Cloud. Okay, not your local machine. From your local machine, you are going to access it. That's it. Internet only needed. Okay, that's it, guys. Okay, so in these four options, you have to install EVNG tool, guys. Okay, so here today and tomorrow, I'm going to teach you uh, how to install this EVNG laptop or desktop. The same concept you can use for the virtual server. If you already have one virtual server, EXSI operating system, and you want to install inside that EXSI, you want to install the EVNG operating system, you can follow the same procedure which we are going to use for laptop and desktop installation, which we are going to start today now, right now, right? So physical, most of the scenario, rack server installation, we are not going to prefer this, and we don't have that kind of servers, right? So we are not directly installing. So you guys are not uh, directly, you're not using for the professional purpose, right? So you're just learning purpose, you are using it, right? So it's not possible. If you want, let me know. I'll tell you how to install this physical server racks, I mean bare metal installation. Else you can go, if anything is not suitable to you, then you can go with this option, guys. Okay, so for Google Cloud Platform, I'll share the recorded video, and if you need assistance, you can just ping me, and I'll take a remote access, and I'll help you to install this EVNG lab in a Google Cloud lab as well. Okay, so as a lab, I'm going to start this installation, and this is also you can followed by this same step. Okay, and this you need, I'll share the recorded video, and support I can, because uh, support also needed when you are going to install the Google Cloud Platform. So I already have some recorded video for Google Cloud installation. I'll share that recorded video. If you're able to follow that, and you can just follow it. And if you're not able to follow it, let me know. I'll assist you. I'll take a remote access and I'll assist you how to install it. Okay. So yeah, fine. Let's go with the lab in first installation, laptop and desktop. And before going to the installation, the prerequisites, hardware, software prerequisites, we'll see that. Minimum, this is minimum requirement, guys. So minimum, you should have a Core i5 processor, and minimum 6 GB RAM. It's minimum requirement. So some of the time you might face latency because of you are having a minimum spec. Okay, so 6 GB, 8 GB RAM. If you have a 16 GB RAM, that is fine. You can do, and if you have a i7 processor, okay, so 8 core processor and virtualization processor, VTX feature should be support, right? So then you can do your all the 5in1 firewall combo labs. So why it doesn't mean this a lower version is not support. Lower version configurations, this minimum requirement if you meet, and that hardware support, that virtualization, I mean that tool installation, and you can, when you're trying to do huge lab setup, right? So 2 3 firewall products, and then routers, switches, right? So huge topology when you're trying to access it, when you're trying to do your lab. So that time it will make a latency, that's it. It doesn't mean it will not support. It will support, it will make a latency, that's it. Okay, so i3 11th generation chip, it's you're looking for a FTD, right? So FTD, you're going to install two products. So i3 won't support, I mean the number of processor, because you are going to install there, you are going to install FTD firewall, one FMC central management device, and then 2 3 minimum 2 3 test machines you are going to add, and then your router and servers, that and all you are going to add it, right? So your even the operating system itself, it's need a 4 core processors. Okay, and you're having base operating system, either Windows or Linux or Mac, right? So that operating system also needs some processor to operate other applications simultaneously. Okay, so it's you can install, but inside the uploading EVNG of inside the EVNG, you're going to upload the devices. You can also upload, and you can run one or two devices. If you are trying to run other devices, definitely you're going to face latency, more latency. Okay, from my suggestion, if you have a i7 processor for that kind of products, or i5, minimum i5 processor, right? So since you have a 11th generation, that's fine. But number of cores, if it is i5 with 11th generation, you can able to manage it. But i3, it's not manageable. i3, it's not enough. Okay, so better you can go with the Google Cloud. Okay, where Google Cloud Lab setup. So where you are going to take a 8-core processor, fully virtualization supported server kind of processor. We are going to take there, so that will be suitable to you. Okay, so you have you have a 90 days trial, so you can use all those stuffs. Yes. So come back to requirement. So minimum requirement i5 and 6 GB RAM, 40 GB storage is space is needed to install 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 operating system. But mm, if you have a minimum 100 GB space and 200 GB space is more enough, but 100 GB space is better to have, because after upload the image files, you are going to run the other run other operating system like Windows or Windows or other operating system like Paloalto, Firewall, Pan operating system or other thing. Yeah, Dilip, 5.7 is enough. iOS, yeah, I'll share it. I'll share it. No worries. Okay, tomorrow I'll get all your uh, register mail ID and I'll share the image files on all everything after completion of lab setup. No worries. Okay, so yeah, where I left. So because we are going to run other operating system like one Windows client machine, if you're running minimum 40 GB, I mean 25 GB space, it will take to install the Windows operating system. Okay, right? So in your inside the 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍, you are going to install 2-3 client machines minimum, right? And then Cisco routers and switches we are going to add, and other either Paloalto firewall or FortiGate, whatever it is, right? So that operating system need to install it, right? And that, so they also have some space. So better to have 100 GB space. Okay, minimum requirement is 40 GB, but better to have 100 GB space so that you can without any uh, interruption you can able to use it, guys. Okay, and then you should have a VTX or RVA. So if you have a Intel processor, right, so and then VTX or EPT feature must be supported on this processor. Your motherboard and processor both should support this virtualization feature. Okay, so this especially VTX and EPT or EPT. If you have a AMD processor, AMD-V or RVA, these feature you can check it in your motherboard. Okay, and your processor by uh, just giving your processor name number and processor module. You can just Google it, and you can also see this information in your uh, system information, or you can see in your motherboard BIOS. You can just access your BIOS setup, go to the BIOS setup or motherboard access, right? So there you can see VTX or EPT or AMD-V. If it is a AMD processor, AMD-V or RVA, this feature must be enabled. Some of the product it will support, but some inside the motherboard they might be disable that feature. Okay, so you have to support this. This features must be supported, guys. Okay, so you can check in your motherboard. If you are having any difficulties, let me know. I'll assist you. Okay. So recommended hardware from my side. Okay. So if you have a i5 processor or i7 processor or equivalent processor with the AMD and minimum 8 GB. So if you have a 16 GB, that is okay. 32 GB, if you have, that is more than enough. Okay. So, but nowadays, 16 GB is by default almost, if it is a laptop, 8 GB is minimum and 16 GB almost they are giving it. Okay. So, it's fair enough. If you have this uh, hardware, this is the hardware requirement, guys. 2 GB and 200 GB storage, 8 GB minimum RAM from my side. But I can suggest you, because where you're going to load use when you're going for a checkpoint or when you're going for a FTD, right? So FTD and FFC, Palo Alto and Panorama, right? So we are going to run multiple devices, which these devices are hugely occupied. RAM needed. Huge RAMs are needed. So better to have 16 or 8 is in 8 is working. Yeah, I'll have it will support and it will work. That's fine. But better performance, if you're looking for better performance, so must have 16, and then 32 GB is more enough. Okay. And then the same VTX feature, processor should support the VTX feature, and EP, or either it's a VPT should support, EPT should support. AMD processor means AMD-V or RVA, these feature must be supported. Okay. And the required software to install the 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄 operating system. 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄 installed Ubuntu operating system. 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄 mother operating system is the Ubuntu operating system only. So that file I'll give you. Okay. And then that this operating system we can install in your base operating system. So both two operating system we cannot directly install in your hardware, right? So we need one third party application which support the uh, virtualization. So we are installing by using same hardware. We are installing simultaneously. We are running two operating system. So for that we need one virtualization application, and that is called VMware Workstation or VMware Player. In any of these two application, you can install, and minimum version you should have 15.x. Latest version is 17.x in a VMware Workstation. Okay, so better to go with the 17.x. You can just download these applications in a VMware site itself, or if you need, I'll share this application as well, guys. Okay. This 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄 operating system file I'll share with you. Okay. So this is the software requirement. Okay. So in here, my machine, I have a 32 GB RAM and a 8 core processor with 16 virtual cores. Okay. So 16 threads. I'm going to install in my laptop, in my desktop right now. So after installing, right, how it could be take a hardware resources, or how we are going to install that. This diagram will will show you how we are going to install. Okay. So first one is my base operating system. I'm running with Windows 10. Okay. This is my desktop, and in this desktop I'm going to install. So here you guys also, you are going to install your desktop or laptop. If you have a laptop or desktop, so that is first your hardware. Inside the hardware you're running one operating system. It's a hardware. Inside your hardware, laptop or desktop, okay, you're running on operating system, either Windows or Linux, Ubuntu, or Mac, right? So about this operating system only, we want to install the 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄 operating system. So we cannot directly install, since already one running operating system is there. So we need one third party application which support the virtualization. Okay. So because this is 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄 operating system, I'm going to install. So this 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄 operating system we are going to run. So when you're running on operating system, that is need a hardware. The hardware will take from your basic machine only, hardware only, which already Windows occupied, right? So for that purpose only, it's as a middleman we are installing the virtualization support feature application. Okay. So hardware, base operating system, and here either VMware Workstation or VMware Player. Workstation or Player, you can install it. Okay. So if you are running if you're installing a virtual server concept, you have a tower server, you have a huge processor like 32 GB RAM, sorry, 16 GB, 64 GB RAM, like that. I already have one 𝒊𝒓𝒄 operating system, right? So instead of this third-party application, that virtual server running with the operating system, VMware operating system called 𝒊𝒓𝒄 NSX or NSX. Okay. So here we cannot run that operating system. To run that operating system, you need minimum 32 GB RAM minimum, and then 16 core processor minimum. Okay. So you cannot directly install that VMware EXSA operating system like this. Instead of VMware workstation, that application, that operating system you cannot install. So that operating system will have more feature for virtualization. Yeah, Amir. So okay, no issues. So you can just take care your health and your wife health. Okay, so I'll share the recorded video. No issues. You can just leave now. Yeah. So we need a huge hardware for that, so that's the reason we have a basic hardware. So we cannot run all that operating system directly in your basic laptop or basic laptop hardwares. So we are using VMware workstation application, which is having some of the limited features for the virtualization, which is fair enough to do your EVNG lab here. Okay, so if you have a huge hardware, instead of VMware Workstation, you can directly install the EXSA operating system. So that is called virtual server installation. That's it. There is much difference than virtual server installation and then EVNG installation on laptop or desktop basic hardware. Okay. So here I'm having VMware Workstation application. So already I have this is my base hardware and this is my base operating system. I already installed VMware placed workstation and VMware player both. So here in this installation to demonstrate you, I'm going to use VMware workstation player. Sorry, VMware workstation only, not player. Okay. So after that install that up, you guys, so you have both base operating system and hardware. So you must install the VMware workstation application or player application. After that, you start to install EVNG operating system. So after install this EVNG operating system, you have to upload the router, Cisco router image files, firewalls, Windows client machines, Windows server machines, whatever it is, whatever the product you want to do hands-on, that products you can install it. Okay, you can upload it. So uploading process will need one more 1 hour to 1.5 hour. So that I'll take it tomorrow. We'll go with the installation now, guys. Okay, so we are going to install the EVNG operating system installation only we are going to complete now. Okay, so for this, as I mentioned, up to VMware workstation I have already installed it, you guys, which I'm going to share with you this application, or you can directly download from the VMware site. Okay, so that application, so let me remove this. So after install this, right, so you guys will see after install it will be like this. When after install, when you open this application, it will be like this. So empty application. So right now we don't have any VM installed VMware operating system. I mean, we don't have any EVNG installation or some other virtualization VM machines we are not created. Okay, so after install this application, the file VMware workstation sorry EVNG operating system which I'm going to share, that file type is OVF file, open virtualization file format. That file I'm going to share you just like this. Okay, so this folder I'm going to share with you guys. So almost 1.1 on GB, or you can directly download from the EVNG site itself. Okay, so either you can I'm going to share with you, or you can download this VMware sorry EVNG EVNG.net site. You can go and you can install it. You can download this Eve Community Edition, guys. Okay, it's a free of cost. You no need to pay for it. Okay, so after download this folder, I mean entire folder, you can see these three. You must have these three files. Okay, and you in this three files, you have to click your OVF file, Open Virtualization File Format, right? So that OVF package, and you have to right click, and you have option called Open with, and you can select the, if you I have both VMware player and workstation. Okay, Samsung, guys, please come with your original name so that I can able to address you properly. Yeah, we will share you contact number. Yeah, contact number I'll share you guys. So this is my contact number. So I just shared in your chat. You can just text me in a WhatsApp or you can call me if you want to talk. Okay. So in end of the session, I'll write my contact number in a screen as well. So in this OVF file, you have to, in this three file, you have to click the OVF file and right click, give a open with. So open with and choose the right application. So you guys, if you're installed VMware workstation, you can choose VMware workstation. If you're installed VMware player, you can choose with your VMware player. I'm going to go with the VMware workstation. So now it's asking me to give name for this EVNG operating system. Okay, so let me give Eve Lab for FIN1. Okay, like that I just give a name. So whatever your preparation, you can give the name and where you want to store this whatever you're doing lab uploading the image files, everything will be stored in this location only, guys. Okay, your storage, even this VM storage will be stored under this location. If you want to change it, you can go to the browse and you can change the directory where you want to install. Now as of now I just want to go with uh, I have a 60 GB space. Okay, that's fine. So I'm not going to install much. So or else I can reduce my, I can clean my space storage. So I just want to install this EVNG operating system VM file in this location itself. So I just make it import. Okay. So I'm going to import that operating system file into my my VM machine, virtual machine. So once the import is completed, you can you can just review your VM file. So virtual operating system file, right? So which is virtually allocated. By default, it is allocated 8 GB RAM, right? And 4 core processor it is allocated, and 50 GB storage it is automatic. It is by default it is allocated. You can customize. Okay. Now to customize that hardware configuration, go to edit virtual, go to your VM and right click and if you click this VM, the VM main menu will be open. Then there inside the main menu, you can go to the edit virtual machine settings, and there you can customize your hardware information, hardware specification, guys. Okay, so I just want to increase, since I have a 32 GB RAM, I just want to allocate 16 GB RAM here, 50% of the RAM, or remaining 50% I just given to the my base operating system. And processor, I have a 8 core processor. Each core I have 16 two threads, so 16 core virtual cores I have. So I'm going to select here 8 core 8 processor. In each processor it has 2 threads, so 16 in you should not allocate your full processor. Okay, totally I have 16 threads only. All threads, if you're allocated, your local machine will not able to run properly, so you cannot allocate all the processors. So I am going to allocate 8 core, and 8 core, each core I want to allocate 1 thread. So totally 8 threads I have allocated. And make sure this virtualization VTX or EPT or AMD, if your motherboard is supporting, your your processor support these two features, and your motherboard also it support, right? If you are forget to enable this feature, right, you will not able, you can install the EVNG operating system, you can upload the image files, but that inside of your uploaded image file, either Paloalto or Windows operating system or Cisco router switches, that operating system need a log storage or hardware, this whatever the hardware you have allocated, right, from this hardware allocation, it will occupy that physical hardware. Okay, so for that purpose you need to enable this VTX feature. Okay, so what we are doing, we are already here we are doing virtualization inside the virtualization. That concept is called nested virtualization. So what we are doing, base operating system is Windows, and I'm running a Ubuntu operating system. Above I am installing other image files. So we pan operating system, I'm going to run Windows operating system, I'm going to run I'm going to run the server machines, I'm going to run the switches, routers, iOS operating systems, right? So that operating system also need a hardware. That hardware, it can be get from this allocated hardware information. Okay, so this hardware also, it is taking from your physical machine. Okay, so which means the pan, or if a Palo Alto is running, if they need a hardware, so basically they will come to your virtual machine and to occupy the necessary hardware, and this virtual machine, it will go to your base machine to occupy the necessary hardware. So which means here one nest virtualization we are doing, and here one kind of virtualization we are doing. So this is called virtualization inside the virtualization. That is called nested virtualization. Okay, so to support this nested virtualization, these features are mandatory, guys. Okay, so so that's the reason I'm keep on saying your processor, you just keep on verify this feature is supported. Okay, you can run in even you can install the even operating system, you can run that even operating system. If this feature is not supported, your basic virtualization will be some of the fire processor will support it. Okay, so you can install even operating system, you can run the even operating system, and you can upload the image files as well. But when you are booting that specific hardwares, I mean the operating system like firewalls, routers, switches, so that time they will, if that features are not supported on that your processor or motherboard, your hardware, right? So it's that time only you will get you will face some difficulties, you will not able to do lab. So that's the reason I'm just keep on saying this VTX feature is must. So check your processor, that feature is supported or not. Okay, clear, guys? So if it is not supported, no worries, don't go for a hardware any other hardware or hardware upgradation and all. You can go with the Google Cloud lab setup, guys. Okay, if you need your own lab setup. Okay, and yeah, so now I have increased my processor, and I have increased my RAM, and I want to increase my storage. So just expand and give whatever the storage you want. So minimum you should give 100 GB. So here I'm going to allocate 200 GB, or you can just 100 GB. That's fine. And give expand. Your hardware will be sorry, expanded. Okay, and the network adapter card you must choose inside the even G, right? So inside the even G, you are going to install other product router, switch, and firewalls and Windows machines, right? So these machines are going to access the internet, so they need a adapter, a network adapter card. So they will use your base or a net basic hardware network adapter card to access the internet, and through your basic hardware it will reach the internet, right? So there are two type of network adapter card here in one is natted mode, another one is bridged mode. Okay, so you can choose bridged mode. Okay, host only mode will not allow to access the internet. Okay, so if you want to access the internet, you can choose any these two modes, bridged mode or nat mode. So my better without, I mean, if you don't want to get any error, go with the bridged mode. So if you enable bridged mode, this VM machine, right? So this evng directly connected with your physical LAN. In case if you have a multiple hardwares in your, if you have a small LAN setup and you want to access this lab in your in your LAN other machines, so you can from your LAN you can just by calling the IP of your virtual machine, you can access this lab setup in other LAN machine as well. Okay, physically you can store in this machine, and by calling that public LAN IP address of your VMware this virtual machine, right? So you can you can access your lab setup to your entire LAN setup. Okay, guys, entire LAN you can access. You can share your lab if you need. So better, and also without any hassle, you can access the internet as well. So better to select bridged mode. Okay. And I don't want to connect with my entire LAN network. So I separately maintain this, and I need an internet connection. Then you can go with the NAT mode. Sorry, guys. But my suggestion, you can go with the bridge mode and enable replicate physical network connection state so that it will avoid the IP duplicacy. Okay, in your physical LAN network, you may have other IP connected device. So, and you can avoid the IP duplicacy, guys. Okay, that's it. So that's all, and you can just click OK. Now hardware im- upgradation is completed, or I mean hardware allocation is completed. So now the operating system which you load, that is a pre-installed operating system. Okay, it's a _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 package pre-installed operating system. You can directly open this run this virtual machine, and you can see your _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 operating system. You need to do some basic setup to complete your _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 operating system. Okay. Now you can see, since I have selected my bridged mode in my LAN, I have my this is my LAN network. In my LAN I have a DHCP server, so the IP is automatically I got IP address from my DHCP server. So if you don't have a DHCP server, and or if you don't want to get a IP address through DHCP server, you want to set manually, then that's fine. So you will not, very first time, if you don't have a DHCP server, you will not get this IP address, no issues. So while completing your lab installation, you can set up your manual IP addresses. Okay. So after run run this VM, you will get this login console, and EVNG has two type of login console: CLI, GUI, where you want to draw your lab topology, where you want to work with your lab, right? So you can access through GUI. GUI only you can do your lab. Okay. You can create a topology, you can do your lab, everything through GUI. But uploading the image files, you can do it on CLI only through by the help of one more application called WinSCP. Okay. So that directly you cannot upload the image file in your CLI. Okay. So first, to complete your lab installation, first you need to access _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 CLI, and _𝒁𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 GUI and CLI both are having a different login credential, guys. The default credential is for CLI username root, and default password for the root EV, small letters. Okay. And CLI username admin, password Eve. This is a default credential, guys. If you want, you can change while doing while completing your installation process. Okay. So now I want to complete this installation process. So I'm going to first, for that you need to access, very first time you need to access the CLI only. Username is the root, password is Eve. You cannot able to see this password. Okay, now you can see here, you can reset password. Here you can change the IP assignment mode from DHCP server to static IP addresses. That and all you can do it, guys. So now I just want to uh, change the password. Okay, so just give a password as and new password. Retype your new password, and it is not throwing any error. Your password has been changed. If it is throwing any error, you have to retype your password, guys. So host name, if you want, you can change it. So I just want to change Eve fine one. Like that, I just want to give a host name, and then if you have a domain in your corporate domain, Active Directory domain services in your LAN subnet or in your corporate network, you have it. You can mention that domain name here. We don't have any domain name, right? Or just leave it as it is. And here only you are going to change the IP address. So if right now it is automatically selected as a DHCP, and you can see the star star is mentioned in a DHCP, which means that option is selected. Now I want to change the static IP address. So to change the IP mode, you have to click the in your up arrow, down arrow to come to select the either DHCP or static in your keyboard. Okay, up arrow or down arrow, guys. Okay. Now I just want to make it as a static. So I am just click a down arrow, and to select this option, now I'm my cursor is in a down arrow, I mean in a down static mode, but still I'm not selected the static mode. If you want to sell, if you are able to see the star option in your static, then it is selected. Okay, so to select that, hit just click a down arrow button and then hit the space bar. Okay, so space bar, and now you can see static is selected. If you proceed, it will ask you to assign the pass IP addresses. So hit enter, and you can see it is asking the pass IP address, right? So IP address, sorry guys. So I want to give a IP address. My LAN, I know my LAN subnet, my LAN network control. So I give a IP address 192 dot once based on your LAN subnet. You can just give your IP address 192.168.1.100. I just want to assign, and then subnet mask is it's a /24 network 255.255.255.0. Okay, and then and gateway default gateway that is 192.168.1.1, and click OK. And primary DNS server, Google DNS server, I just want to use it when we are going to access the internet. Okay, and then secondary we don't have, just leave it. If you don't want to give a DNS server and all, that's fine, just leave it as it is. And we don't have any NTP server here, so just leave it as it is. Just click enter. Okay, and how you want to connect internet with this VM. So make it, don't go with the anonymous or authenticated proxy, just go with the direct connection. As it is my LAN, how my LAN is getting internet connection through the same way I'll get an internet connection. That's all, guys. Almost installation process is completed. Okay, so now you can see after assign the IP address, it's showing that whatever you have assigned, right? Static IP address. Now by calling this to access the GUI console, you have to use the browser and you have to use the HTTP protocol. It's a community edition, free edition, so it will not support the HTTPS secure protocol. So you can call through HTTP, guys. Okay, so you need a browser. Go to your base machine browser and just type your IP address. HTTP, it's must. Don't use HTTPS. So 1.100. That's it. And you can see I got a quick console of my 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍 operating system, guys. Okay, username is, what is the username? GUI console username is admin, all are small letter. Password is, so I think I have given all the password given in a caps only. Okay, that's fine. Username is admin, password is eve. Okay, and click OK. Now this is your workspace. So we have logged in with the GUI console of 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒄𝒂𝒍𝒍. This is your workspace, guys. Okay. Here only you are going to create your lab. So let me create one folder here. So test lab. Inside the folder, you can create your lab, guys. Okay. Lab, test lab. One is the for lab name. And here you can start to create your topology. You can just draw your topology. You can add your in device. Here you can start to add your devices, and you can create your topology, and you can work with your devices. So these are all the devices, supported devices listed here. Listed device names are supported devices. So you need image files whichever the device you want to do hands on, right? So that image file you need to upload it. So you, and right now by default one virtual PC only, it's a dummy PC. Okay, so only installed. Any other image files by default it's not installed, you have to install it. Okay, so to provide the connectivity between two nodes, you can just go to that particular node and you can see one plugin is pop up, click that plugin, and then drop and which device you want to provide the connectivity, drop the device, and you can select the which port you want to. The both the devices are having only one port, so multiple port it's have, it will listed here. So which port you want to provide the connectivity, you can just click OK, and connectivity will be provided, guys. Okay. Okay. So now other image, sorry, yes, other image files tomorrow we are going to, it's a second phase of your lab setup, installing the image files or uploading the image files inside the E1G. So that we will do it tomorrow, guys. So you, as of now, your installation of E1G is completed. Okay, so to upload, we cannot directly upload the image files here and there in your E1G operating system inside. You need one third party application. Through that application only you can install, and you need to follow some of the procedures. So I'll guide you how, where to upload, and which file name, how it should be, folder name, how it should be. If you're doing some mistake on that, what kind of error you will get, how to fix yourself, everything I'll explain you tomorrow, guys. Okay, clear? As of now, the first phase of your lab we have done. So installation is done. And I just shown you how to access the GUI console, how to access the CLI console of your E1G operating system. Okay. And how to create a folder and how to provide the connectivity and huge topology and all. We'll do it. The other topology, the some of the standard topology we are going to follow for your entire lab setup. Okay. So few multiple topology will use it. So that topology, how to draw and how to upload the image file, what kind of error you might get, how to fix it. Everything I'll tell you tomorrow, guys. Clear? Yeah, Shiva, I'll share it. I'll share it. I'll share the link to download the EUNG from my side. I'll upload the link. I'll upload the image files for you guys, separate folder. Okay. And from that, I'll share you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll get your mail IDs and I'll share with you guys. Okay, guys. So as of now, that's all, guys. Any queries up, any doubts up to regarding today's session, guys? Regarding the admission process, if you can just contact me. Okay, so you can directly contact me. We'll talk. Okay, so and the course curriculum in course curriculum documents I'll share with you. Okay, just ping me. Shiv, you can ping me the mail ID. You can ping me tomorrow. Okay, I'll get everyone's mail ID tomorrow. Okay, I'll share it. Yeah, thank you, Shiv. Thanks for your feedback. So this is my contact number, guys. Already I shared in a chat itself. So you can 9597818863. Okay. So you can check it. Amir, I'll get, guys, don't share your mail IDs as of now. Okay. I'll take it. tomorrow I'll take from you guys and directly I'll give you the accesses. Okay. So no worries. You can just share your mail IDs tomorrow. Okay, guys. So that's it today. Anything else you can just ping me. And any doubts, any clarification if you need, or any support for the lab installation, anything you can ping me, guys. That's it today. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.